Have you ever found yourself pausing at the bottom of the stairs, wondering if you really need to go up right now, or maybe hesitating before getting out of your favorite chair because it just feels a little harder than it used to? If so, you're not alone. As we get older, it's perfectly normal to notice changes in our bodies. Maybe you feel a little less steady on your feet, or you get tired more quickly than you did a few years ago. But here's the good news. You have so much more control over your strength, balance, and energy than you might think, no matter your age. In fact, some of the most powerful changes you can make are also the simplest. Today, I want to talk with you about something that can truly transform your daily life. The 5 best exercises for seniors over 70. These aren't complicated routines or anything that requires fancy equipment. They're practical, gentle movements that you can do right at home, and they're designed to help you build strength, improve your balance, and boost your energy so you can keep doing the things you love, whether that's gardening, playing with your grandkids, or just enjoying a walk around the neighborhood. You might be thinking, exercise? At my age? And I get it. Maybe you've tried a few things before and felt discouraged, or you're worried about hurting yourself. But the truth is, the right exercises can actually make you feel safer, more confident, and more independent. They can help you get up from a chair with ease, walk without worrying about losing your balance, and even sleep better at night. And the best part? You don't have to spend hours at the gym or push yourself to exhaustion. Just a few minutes a day can make a world of difference. So, let's dive in together. Imagine waking up in the morning and feeling steady on your feet, ready to take on the day. Imagine being able to carry your groceries without worrying about your arms getting tired, or reaching up to a high shelf without feeling off balance. That's what these exercises are all about, helping you feel strong, steady, and full of life. Let's start with the first exercise, which is one of the most important for building both strength and balance, the sit-to-stand. Now, this might sound simple, but it's actually one of the best ways to keep your legs strong and your body stable. Think about how many times a day you get up from a chair, the couch, or even the bed. Each time you do, you're using your leg muscles, your core, and your balance. Practicing the sit-to-stand helps make those everyday movements easier and safer. Here's how you can do it. Find a sturdy chair, one that doesn't have wheels and won't slide away from you. Sit down with your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Cross your arms over your chest, or if you need a little extra support, you can place your hands on the arms of the chair. Now, lean forward slightly, press your feet into the floor, and stand up slowly. Try to use your legs as much as possible, rather than pushing with your hands. Once you're standing, pause for a moment, then slowly sit back down. If you feel unsteady, it's perfectly fine to use your hands for support at first. Over time, as you get stronger, you might find you don't need them as much. You can start with just a few repetitions, maybe 5 or 6, and gradually work your way up as you feel comfortable. The key is to move slowly and with control, paying attention to how your body feels. If you ever feel dizzy or uncomfortable, take a break. Remember, it's not about doing as many as possible. It's about building strength and confidence, one step at a time. Now, you might be surprised at how much this simple movement can help. I've heard from so many people who started doing sit-to-stands every day and noticed they could get up from the dinner table or out of their favorite chair with much less effort. Some even found that climbing stairs became easier or that they felt more stable when walking outside. It's a small change that can make a big difference in your daily life. Let's move on to the second exercise, which is all about balance. As we age, our sense of balance can change, and that can make us feel a little less sure on our feet. But the good news is, balance is something you can improve with practice. One of the best ways to do this is with a simple exercise called the heel-to-toe walk. To try this, stand near a wall or a sturdy piece of furniture that you can hold on to if you need to. Start by placing one foot directly in front of the other, so the heel of your front foot touches the toes of your back foot, just like you're walking on a tightrope. Take a slow, careful step forward, placing your heel right in front of your toes each time. Try to take about 10 steps. Then turn around and walk back the same way. If you feel wobbly, it's okay to use the wall for support at first. Over time, as your balance improves, you might find you don't need it as much. This exercise helps train your body to stay steady, even when you're moving in a straight line. It's especially helpful for preventing falls, which is one of the biggest concerns for many seniors. And just like with the sit-to-stand, you don't have to do a lot at once. Even a few minutes a day can help your body remember how to stay balanced and strong. I know it can feel a little silly at first, walking heel to toe in your living room, but trust me, it works. I've seen people who are nervous about walking outside on uneven ground become much more confident after practicing this exercise for a few weeks. It's all about giving your body the chance to practice and improve, just like you would with any new skill. Now that we've talked about building strength with the sit-to-stand and improving balance with the heel-to-toe walk, let's keep this momentum going. There's another exercise that's just as important, and it's one that often gets overlooked, but it can make a huge difference in your energy and your ability to move comfortably throughout the day. And that exercise is gentle marching in place. You might be thinking, marching? Isn't that something soldiers do? But don't worry. We're not talking about anything too strenuous or formal. Marching in place is simply lifting your knees one at a time, as if you're walking without actually going anywhere. It's a wonderful way to get your heart pumping a little, loosen up your joints, and wake up your muscles, all without leaving your living room. To get started, stand tall with your feet about hip width apart. If you feel a bit unsteady, you can stand near a sturdy chair or countertop for support. Begin by lifting one knee up as high as is comfortable, then lower it back down and lift the other knee. Move at your own pace, and don't worry about how high your knees go. Just focus on moving steadily and breathing deeply. If you want to make it a little more challenging, you can swing your arms gently as you march, but it's perfectly fine to keep your hands on a support if that feels safer. What's great about marching in place is that it's so easy to fit into your day. You can do it while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, during a commercial break on TV, or even as a little warm-up before you start your other exercises. It helps keep your legs strong, your circulation healthy, and your energy up. Plus, it's a nice way to remind your body how good it feels to move. I've heard from many people who started with just a minute or two of marching in place each day and found that their stamina improved quickly. They felt less winded when walking to the mailbox or going up a few steps. Some even noticed that their mood lifted just from getting their blood flowing a bit more. It's a small, simple movement, but it can have a big impact on how you feel throughout the day. As you get comfortable with marching in place, you might find yourself wanting to add a little variety. Maybe you try lifting your knees a bit higher, or you add a gentle twist at your waist as you march. The important thing is to listen to your body and do what feels good for you. There's no right or wrong way, just moving is what matters. Now, let's talk about another exercise that's incredibly important, especially as we get older. The wall push-up. I know, the word push-up might bring back memories of gym class or make you think of something only athletes do. But wall push-ups are a gentle, safe way to build strength in your arms, shoulders, and chest. These muscles are essential for so many daily activities, like pushing open a heavy door, carrying groceries, or even getting up from the floor if you ever need to. To do a wall push-up, stand facing a wall, about an arm's length away. Place your hands flat on the wall at about shoulder height, a little wider than your shoulders. Keep your feet planted firmly on the ground. Now, slowly bend your elbows and lean your body toward the wall, keeping your back straight. Go as far as is comfortable, then gently push yourself back to the starting position. Try to keep your movement slow and controlled, and remember to breathe out as you push away from the wall. If you're just starting out, you might do 5 or 6 wall push-ups, and that's perfectly fine. As you get stronger, you can add a few more. The beauty of this exercise is that you can adjust how challenging it is by moving your feet closer or farther from the wall. The farther back you stand, the more effort it takes. But always start with what feels safe and comfortable for you. Wall push-ups are a fantastic way to keep your upper body strong without putting too much strain on your joints. I've seen people who struggled to lift a heavy pot or open a stubborn jar find those tasks much easier after a few weeks of doing wall push-ups. It's all about building the kind of strength that makes everyday life smoother and more enjoyable. And while we're on the topic of making life easier, let's not forget about flexibility. As we age, our muscles and joints can get a little stiff, making it harder to reach, bend, or twist. That's why gentle stretching is so important. One of the best stretches you can do is the overhead reach. It's simple, but it helps keep your shoulders, arms, and back limber. To try it, sit or stand comfortably with your feet flat on the floor. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly raise both arms up over your head, reaching toward the ceiling. Hold that stretch for a few seconds, feeling the gentle pull along your sides and back, then lower your arms back down. Repeat this a few times, moving slowly and breathing deeply. If you have any shoulder pain, just lift your arms as high as is comfortable. Never force it. This stretch is a lovely way to start your day or to loosen up after sitting for a while. It helps keep your upper body flexible so you can reach for things on a high shelf or put on a jacket without discomfort. Plus, it just feels good to give your body a nice, gentle stretch. All of these exercises, sit to stand, heel to toe walk, marching in place, wall push-ups, and overhead reach, work together to help you build strength, improve balance, and boost your energy. They're simple, safe, and easy to fit into your daily routine, no matter your fitness level. And remember, it's not about perfection or pushing yourself too hard. It's about moving a little more each day, listening to your body, and celebrating every bit of progress. As you practice these movements, you might notice small changes at first. A little more steadiness when you walk, a bit more energy in the afternoon, or less stiffness when you wake up. Over time, those small changes can add up to a big difference in how you feel and what you're able to do. And that's what this is all about, helping you stay strong, independent, and full of life, so you can keep enjoying the things that matter most to you. Let's keep going, because there's one more exercise I want to share with you, and it's one that can truly help you feel more confident and steady every single day. This last exercise is called the single leg stand, and it's a wonderful way to challenge your balance and strengthen the muscles in your legs and core. You might be surprised at how much this simple movement can help you feel more secure when you're walking, turning, or even just standing in the kitchen preparing a meal. Balance is something we often take for granted when we're younger, but as the years go by, it becomes more and more important to give it a little extra attention. To try the single leg stand, start by standing next to a sturdy chair or countertop that you can hold onto for support. Stand tall with your feet about hip width apart and gently shift your weight onto one foot. When you feel steady, slowly lift the other foot just a few inches off the ground. You don't need to lift it high, just enough so it's not touching the floor. Try to hold this position for 5 to 10 seconds, or as long as feels comfortable. Then gently lower your foot and switch to the other side. If you feel wobbly, that's perfectly normal at first. You can always keep a hand on the chair or counter for balance, and as you practice, you might find you need less support. The single leg stand is a great exercise to do every day, even just for a minute or two. Over time, you'll notice that your legs feel stronger and your balance improves. You might find yourself feeling more confident when you're out for a walk, or when you're stepping over a curb or into the bathtub. It's these little moments of stability that can make a big difference in your independence and peace of mind. Sometimes, people worry that it's too late to improve their balance or strength, but that's simply not true. Our bodies are amazingly adaptable no matter our age. I've seen people in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s make incredible progress just by practicing these simple exercises regularly. It's not about being perfect or never losing your balance. It's about giving your body the chance to get a little stronger and steadier each day. As you work on these exercises, remember to listen to your body. Some days you might feel full of energy, and other days you might need to take it a little slower. That's completely normal. The important thing is to keep moving, even if it's just a little bit. Every step you take, every time you stand up from a chair or reach overhead, you're investing in your own health and independence. You might also find that these exercises become a special part of your daily routine. A few quiet moments just for you to focus on your body and how it feels. Some people like to put on their favorite music while they exercise or do their stretches while watching the morning news. Others find it helpful to set a regular time each day, like after breakfast or before dinner, so it becomes a habit. However you choose to fit these movements into your life, know that you're doing something truly valuable for yourself. And if you ever feel discouraged, remember that progress doesn't always happen overnight. Sometimes the changes are so gradual that you don't notice them right away. But then one day, you realize you're getting up from your chair with less effort, or you're walking a little farther without needing to rest. Those are the moments to celebrate because they show just how much you're capable of. It's also important to remember that you don't have to do this alone. If you have a friend, spouse, or neighbor who might enjoy joining you, invite them to try these exercises with you. Moving together can make it more fun and help keep you motivated. And if you ever have questions or concerns, don't hesitate to talk with your doctor or a physical therapist. They can help you adapt the exercises to your needs and make sure you're staying safe. As you continue practicing these 5 exercises, sit to stand, heel to toe walk, marching in place, wall push-ups, overhead reach, and single leg stand, you're building a foundation for better strength, balance, and energy. You're giving yourself the tools to stay active, independent, and engaged in the things you love. And that's something truly worth celebrating. So, as you go about your day, remember that every little bit of movement counts. Whether you're stretching while you wait for your coffee, marching in place during a TV commercial, or practicing your balance while brushing your teeth, you're making a positive difference in your health and well-being. It's never too late to start, and every step you take brings you closer to feeling your best. If you've made it this far, I want you to know how proud I am of you for taking the time to care for yourself. It takes courage and commitment to try something new, especially when it comes to your health. But you're not just doing this for yourself, you're doing it for the people who care about you too. When you feel strong and steady, you can keep making memories, sharing laughter, and enjoying all the little moments that make life so special. And if you ever have a day when you feel a little less motivated, just remember why you started. Maybe it's to keep up with your grandkids, to travel and explore new places, or simply to feel more comfortable and confident in your own body. Whatever your reason, hold on to it and let it inspire you to keep moving forward. You've got this. Every day is a new opportunity to take care of yourself, to build strength, balance, and energy, and to live your life to the fullest. And I'll be right here cheering you on every step of the way.